Hi everybody, Lilac here from the Lilac Broom. Time for the Cancer reading for April 2022. Cancer, I did some channeling before your reading, and I also did a universal reading for all signs, followed by a Emperor reading for all the signs. So those were the couple that led up to before your reading. Now, what I channeled for you guys is that you're the first one out, leading the way, ushering in new life, whatever that means. It could be new life on a project, new life, like having more children, or new life to an old situation. Also getting some of you wanting to write a book, maybe something very, very personal, something that you have experience in, not something like technical. All right, so let's see what we got for you, Cancer. I have all my information in the description box below, so if you guys are interested in any of my products or booking a private reading or a Reiki session, everything's down there. Okay, so we're going to look at what's going on with you guys for April 2022. I'm not doing my usual Celtic cross spread. I'm doing it a little differently. It's a tarot intuitive reading for April. I know some of you are like, who cares? That's cool. Alright. So, yeah. First one out, leading the way, ushering in new life. That was what I channeled for you. The first card that comes out for you, and in our general reading, this card was also the first card out for the month, but it was in reverse. But for you guys, it's upright. It's the Ace of Swords. A new idea, a new strategy, a new point of view. You're not letting people really know much about the bulk of it. It's not like it's a secret. People can see the head of the body, but the rest of the inner workings of it are out of sight, and they're being fine-tuned by you, most likely. I feel like you're feeling a little bit of a financial strain in the beginning of April, but like the good Cancer that you are, you would never ever let it show. That's just such an obvious behavior of Cancer people. Never let anybody else know you're struggling. Anyway, I don't have any Cancer in my chart anywhere. Like, if I do, it's super remote for me. The High Priestess in reverse and the Devil. Cancer, are you sometimes that person who does not see a betrayal coming your way, or does not really notice when the winds of change have happened? I mean, as a water sign, I know you're sensitive enough that you can pick up on these things, but I also think that you're like a murky water sign. I'm gonna that's gonna be my new tagline. Cancer, the murky water sign. So you guys are like flowy, but not clear. It's not clear for you. And there is a devil. It's in your midst. There is a devil in your midst. This person or this event or situation is not going to work in your favor. And you don't see that yet. And it's connected to that Ace of Swords, and it's connected to that idea that that people can't see all of the plans that you have. And I feel like maybe that's where this betrayal comes in, is that you're putting your balls on the line, and you have a plan that can back it all up, but you're not putting all of your cards on the table just yet. You're letting people know a little bit. And with that little bit that you're letting people know, they assume that you don't have your ducks in a row. They assume you don't have a plan. Ah, boy, these people doubt you. In fact, I remember in the Emperor reading I did for you, your Emperor was the circle of people around you. Those are the ones. They're the loud, squawking dictators of the situation. Okay? Just stick that in your pipe there and hang on to it. Just like, think of it. Keep it in mind. Because this Four of Swords tells me that you are going to go into a period of like recuperating and rebooting your thoughts. Like you're going to refresh. You're going to hit refresh. Screen refresh. And you're going to reflect on the journey that you've been on. It looks, for some reason, it looks like you're reflecting on the last 7 months. Whatever 7 months means for you. And you're going to find that there are some partnerships that just aren't benefiting you properly. It's amazing how resilient your dreams are. They're complicated, they're deep, and you're very resilient. Now, in the April general reading, I had this Queen of Swords, and here she is also at you in your April reading, Cancer. This is a naysayer. This is a person who is either gossiping or spreading the word or sharing your news or information or, and they're being silenced. So I don't know if you are catching on about what's happening and you're like silencing them, or maybe you told them off. Maybe you put them in their place, possibly. You're ending the month with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So understand that when we look at something in terms of an entire month, we're just really taking in a snapshot of a 4-week period. And because we're taking in a snapshot of a 4-week period out of the year, keep in mind all of the other readings we've had. In the general reading, we saw that people basically weren't making big changes in April, and yet here, Cancer, you show up with the Ace of Swords. You're like, nope, I'm here doing things. It's almost like you're determined to do things, even though the energy is saying, no, I'm sorry, we're not doing anything. We're on vacation. It's like a French weekend. We do not work. It's illegal. But here's Cancer saying, no, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And the universe is saying, no, we're not. And for whatever reason, you've also got these negative people around you. I don't like that for you. But my point in telling you that is simply to point out that while all the rest of the signs are happily taking a little snooze, there's Cancer diligently sitting at their desk working. And it's admirable. And I believe that when you come into the closure of your solar year this year, which will be late June into July, I feel like whatever this little snapshot is where you're leaving with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, so it's not the best of luck per se, things aren't necessarily in your favor. It's okay. Just understand that Saturn is working on you in some area of your chart right now. We've got 2 eclipses this month of April. We've got your Venus being affected by Mercury. In and out energy, in and out, in and out. I'm just thinking how that could be favorable. But if it is otherwise, then understand it's fleeting. It's not going to last. So that's what I've got for you, Cancer. Now, my son was kind enough to give me his wolf cards because I didn't have any working from home today. Because I have the flu, so I couldn't go to my studio. So he gave me these oracle cards that I bought him, of course. He loves wolves. So you'll be my first ever card pull from this deck. Oh, I'm going to need my glasses. I'm sorry. There's writing on these cards. Oh, gosh, guys, come on. You got number 56, guilt. You seem to be harboring guilt from the past, such as divorce, children, or actions. Seek solution and move on. Learn how to overcome guilt and to forgive yourself. Prayer heals. Interesting. So there's your wolf card. It makes sense. It could be guilt. Guilt could be in any kind of situation, but it does make sense that it could be some kind of a guilt that's weighing you down. And that's where these other people kind of factor in. They think they have some say in whatever. Anyway, Cancer, if this reading helped, I'll be very, very glad. If it brought you some awareness, if it helps you to avoid a misstep. But if you do want a private reading to get a little more information about how it's affecting you personally, again, the information for how to get a reading is in the description box below. And once again, I'm the Lilac Broom. Thanks for tuning in for your Cancer April 2022 Tarot Intuitive reading. Namaste.